Hello, good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to Monday's class. Got another one of our pull workouts today. As always, we're going to be using our dumbbells. I am going to use, I'm going to use the long band today, but if you have the loop one or a towel, it's one of those pull apart exercises. So whatever you've got handy there, whichever band or your towel will be okay. Other than that, it's just our dumbbells today. So let's give it a second. All right, so let's get into the stretches. So feet are hip distance apart, toes pointing straight forward. Reach down, up, tip, and twist. Okay, come nice and wide, toes are still forward. And reach down. Okay, all the way narrow, same reaches. Okay, come back to hip distance, but then externally rotate the toes. Internally rotate the toes. All right, first one, we're going to go with a deadlift and a curl, a regular curl, not the hammer curl. Got those later. So it's that one where, let me show you side view. So you just push the hips back, nice flat back, and then stand up tall with your palms up as you curl up, okay? So grab whatever set of dumbbells you think will work here, your heavy or your light. All right, so deadlift, just push that butt back, let those weights slide down the outsides of your legs. Stand up tall, bicep curl. Okay, deadlift, curl. And 12. All right, so I've got light dumbbells here, but if you don't, you can switch up to your lights. We are going to do a bent over, so kind of in the, I'll say 3/4 of the way down position from that deadlift, and then reverse fly. So you're in that bent over posture and just flap your wings out to the side, okay? All right, 12 reps to this one. And 12. All right, grabbing that band, like I said, either version of a band will work, or a towel. We're going to do our straight arm. Okay, palms down, straight arms, have about chest height, pull aparts. So again, open up, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Little combo here, really get those rear delts working. And 12. Whew, all right, that gets the shoulders going. Those two back to back. All right, take a quick second, and we're going to go back to our deadlift and curl. All right. Here we go. Deadlift, curl. And 12. All right, come into that bent over posture. Chest out, backs are nice and flat. Flap the wings. Okay, get your 12, switch up to the band. Try to move between these two fairly fast to get the full bang for your buck here. Ten, 11, 12. Perfect. All right, quick breather. We'll do our one last set of those. All right, here we go. Deadlift, and I'll say traditional bicep curl. Palms up, bicep curl. And 12. All right, bent over posture, reverse fly. And 12. All right, and those bands pull apart last time. Grab the band, chest out, shoulders back, pull. And 12. All right, done with those. Done with that band. That was the only one that needed the band today. Let's take a quick little breather. All right, so we're going back to our single leg balance, either floor touch or touch an object, or if you need even to hold on and just do a little range of motion. The goal is, though, to try to balance on one leg. So if I'm on my left leg, I'm reaching with my right hand, okay? So think about the balance on that leg. Either choose a target or go all the way to the floor. Reach over and stand up. It's all about the balance on the standing leg. Switching over. 10, 11, and 12. All right, then we're going to get a light dumbbell, just one of them. We're going to do our single leg, single arm. So if you're, again, it's the opposite. If you're standing on your left leg, you're holding the weight in the right hand. If you have trouble balancing, you can kind of just touch the toes of that other foot down very gently. But ideally, you would have that foot up. Stand up nice and tall. And lateral raise. Straight out to the side, standing up tall this time. Eleven, 12. All right, switch it over once you get to your 12. Other leg, other arm. Make sure your posture is good before you start. Ten, 11, 12. Perfect. All right. Grab your other dumbbell to go with that. So you have two. We're going to do alternating hammer curls today. We're actually going to let them pass each other too. So it's not like one, bring that one all the way down. You're actually going to let them, so one is up, one is down all the time. Okay, so your palms are sideways. All right, so up and get going. All right, we're going to do 20 of these. So keep going. Let them pass each other a little bit faster. Speed on this one. You still want to control it on the way down, but just a little bit faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, quick breather. That is our second circuit. Put your target back in place if you were using a target. If not, get all the way to the floor. All right, and your target can be at any height here, okay? Obviously, the higher it is, the easier the exercise. But as I always say, do what makes you successful. I'd rather see good quality repetitions than doing a deeper exercise, but you're falling all over the place. And 12. All right, other side. And 11, and 12. All right, get your one fairly light dumbbell. Okay, stand on one leg, weight in the opposite hand, and raise it just to shoulder height, and control it on the way down. Okay, switch it. and 12. Perfect. All right, get your other dumbbell. And we've got our alternating hammer curls, 20 reps. Like I said, a little faster tempo. Ready, go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, it's another quick break. And we're moving into the third set of this one. Jeez, I feel like we're really chugging along today. All right, got my target. All right, single leg, opposite hand reaches. Reach, light little touch. Stand up tall. Keep your eyes focused on one spot kind of ahead of you that's not moving. I guaranteed every time I take my eyes off that spot, if I look up at the camera or anything, it throws the balance off. So, huge tip there. Keep your eyes focused. Once you get your 12, switch it. Ten, 11, and 12. All right, get rid of that. One dumbbell. Here we go. Single leg. Like I said, you can tap the toes if you need a little kickstand. Eleven, 12. Switch it over. And 12. All right, get that other dumbbell. Last time with our alternating hammer curls. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, keep your probably light dumbbell. We're going to do our core work on the floor today, but you do need one dumbbell. All right, let's see if I can tilt this just slightly without tipping it. All right, it's going to come down. We're going to do that Russian twist first. So with the dumbbell, you're just going to come down to the seated position. So you're going to lean back with a nice flat back. So I don't want you to kind of round forward. You want to think about nice, good posture, and then just hinging back from your hips. My heels are on the floor right now. You can take it up a notch to make it harder by keeping your heels off the floor. but I do want you to be able to keep your pelvis, your hips nice and stable. So twist your torso, but your knees shouldn't be going back and forth like that, okay? So only lift the feet if you think you can keep that stable as you do the exercise. 11 and 12. All right, get rid of the dumbbell, lay down on your back, and it's coming back to me. We're going to do some leg lifts. So easiest version would be to keep one foot on the floor with a bent knee, and then do one leg at a time. In between would be to have both legs up with your hands kind of tucked under your pelvis, dropping one at a time. You can alternate or do all one side. And the hardest is going to be still hands tucked under, but you're dropping both legs at the same time. So choose whatever version you want, and however many reps. You might start with a double leg and do a few reps and then finish with a single. Whatever you've got to do to make it challenging for you. The goal here, especially for the ones with the legs up, is to keep the low back pressed into the floor as you're dropping. If that low back is starting to arch up, it means you're going too low. Just shorten up your range of motion a little. Okay, get your 12 reps. And then we're going to go into a wide bridge. So both feet are on the floor, but they're wide. They're probably like out to the edge of your mat. Toes are still pointing straight forward though. And then you're going to lift your hips, squeeze your butt at the top, pause for a second, squeeze, 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 and then slowly let it drop down, okay? So push through your heels, lift that butt, squeeze, and down. Make sure you're pushing through the heels. Don't let that weight shift forward to the toes. And 12. Perfect. All right, take a quick little breather. And then we'll go back to the Russian twist. So, like I said before, hinge back from your hips, but your chest is still up. Your back is nice and flat. Twist, keeping those knees nice and stable. They're not rocking side to side. Just your rib cage and your upper torso twisting. And we've got our leg lifts. Okay, so choose your version. Oops, that weight wants to come back. All right, so this is the easy version where you keep one leg bent, foot on the floor, and just go with one leg. Working all the way up to the hard where you're dropping both legs at the same time. Right, and then the wide bridges. So feet are nice and wide, toes straight forward. Push up, squeeze, and lower.